Right now, the high cost of food impacting everyone, especially food pantries, how they're coming together to serve our communities.
Plus, a big effort to try and save a school. UW-Platteville's Richland campus is set to close this summer, but the community isn't letting go of it so easy.
And we continue to see some light snow and flurries in the Madison area, but this should be tapering off later today.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to News 3 Now this morning. It is Thursday, January 26th. I'm Josh Breiter.
I'm Chris Stanford. Kelly Slivka with your first warn forecast. A little bit of light snow out there. It feels like it's been snowing since like yesterday morning.
It's like
Well, it has been.
Well, that's why.
But yeah, it's not a major accumulation out there, but obviously some of the sidewalks have a little bit of accumulation. Main roads just wet because of temperatures near 30. A lot of this will start to wind down as we go over the next few hours. It's slowly moving on to the east, but as mentioned, it's been snowing very lightly over the last 24 hours or so, and it's not on its way out. 29 right now in Madison. It's quite a bit colder to the west. Some of that colder air is going to work its way in gradually as we get into the afternoon hours. So we're probably at the high for the day because temperatures will be turning colder this afternoon with the flurries starting to taper off. Tomorrow morning, we'll see some more light snow move in. Maybe upwards of an inch, most locations less than an inch. Looks like Saturday, there's going to be a band of some snow that could be talking about several inches of snow. It just remains to be seen whether it's north or south of us or right over us going into Saturday morning. But it will be turning much colder as that front passes in going into the weekend. Temperatures this morning in the upper 20s. Watch how they slowly start to fall into the mid-20s as we go through the late afternoon, even the teens off to the west. Some of the side roads might be a little bit slick this morning because of the accumulating snow overnight. Otherwise, we're just looking at cloudy skies at the noon hour and mostly cloudy skies going into the evening. Take a look at that 7-day forecast. We saw some cold air to begin next week, but it looks like there is some improvement later on. We'll talk more about that coming up.
All right, Kelly, thank you. Because of rising costs, food pantries across the state have been seeing demand similar to pandemic levels.
And it's caused one pantry on the west side to team up and expand to a church to help out folks on the east side. Our Armand Rahman has the details.
This is our grand opening, so that's why we're excited that we're able to do this.
As Pastor Pedro Ruiz welcomed cars to the new food pantry location at Casa de Fe Church 30 minutes early, that excitement turned a little bittersweet.
Happy because we're able to help those people that are lining up, and people are already lining up. But, on the other hand, thinking, we need to do more.
He's heard from more of his congregation how hard paying for food has become.
To get food to their tables, sometimes they have to have 2-3 jobs to make ends meet.
With services like Little John's Kitchens and Wisconsin Rental Assistance screeching to a halt this month.
Prices are going up. Not only stuff are closing like you mentioned. So, when you got a family of 2 or 3, this is, a situation of we eat today or do we starve for the day because we don't have enough to make ends meet.
Families drove up to receive bags of grocery essentials like meat and produce and cleaning supplies. Supplied by Extended Hands Food Pantry and Second Harvest.
Today, we brought 2,000 pounds.
Extended Hands decided to expand from Lighthouse Church on the west side because they've seen food insecurity grow citywide.
We've doubled since late last year. So we were regularly doing 50 or 60 families at Lighthouse. And then once the new year rolled around, we're at 90 to 100.
Casa de Fe plans to have the pantry twice a month, but if the community continues needing support, they could make it a full week.
As long as you're in need, we're here for you.
That was Armand Rahman reporting. The pantry at Casa de Fe will start out on the 2nd and 4th Wednesday of each month from 4:30 to 5:30. You can sign up or drive up on that day. Pastor Ruiz says no one will be turned away.
Happening tonight, the city of Janesville will host the 2023 State of the City Address and Open House. This annual program allowing the community to gain insight into the city's operations over the past year and the objectives ahead. The open house will begin on the 4th floor of City Hall at 5 o'clock. City staff will be there to showcase their services and be available to answer any questions. At 6, Chief David Moore, the acting city manager, will present his 2023 State of the Address in the council chambers. Chief Moore is expected to reflect on 2022, celebrate the city's recent successes, and share key priorities and initiatives.
Also happening tonight, the community is invited to share ideas about how to save the UW-Platteville-Richland campus. It comes after UW System President Jay Rothman issued a directive to end in-person instruction there because of low student enrollment. Without intervention, the campus is set to close in July. It would force about 100 students and staff to be transferred to other area campuses. The community is stepping up, already responding with a petition containing 1,800 signatures. That informational session at Town Hall is tonight from 6:30 to 8:15 at the campus. The meeting will begin with a presentation of background information. Then it would be opened up to individuals in the community to share their ideas. State officials will also be there.
The Verona Area School District is planning to spend more than $1 million to beef up security and limit who comes in and out of their schools. Construction will begin at Savannah Oaks and Stoner Prairie schools this summer to bring secured entry spaces. Right now, those schools don't have any. It'll be a way for school officials to more easily screen visitors and guests in an enclosed space before allowing them to access the rest of the building or determine if they should be in at all.
Maybe they're upset about a custody dispute, or maybe they just want to see the building, or maybe they're trying to fight or something. We don't know, but a security interest allows us to really control who comes in and out of our building.
Currently, those two schools are locked and pre-screenings happen through a camera outside the building. Visitors are then escorted into the office by staff. 9 of the district's 11 schools already have secured entrances, making Savannah Oaks and Stoner Prairie the last 2 to get the upgrade.
Looking ahead, CrossFit has announced that its flagship event, the Noble CrossFit Games, will stay in Madison in 2024. The city's played host to the games since 2017. CrossFit stated that it considers Madison to be an ideal stage for the games because of the area's blend of natural beauty, culture, and recreational opportunities, which draw spectators from all over the world.
6:06 right now. New Amazon delivery vans will soon be driving around the Madison area. The company, along with a local delivery contractor, unveiled a fleet of new environmentally friendly electric vans this week. They are on lease from the company Rivian. The vans have an estimated range of 144 miles besides being energy efficient. The new vans have some safety features for their drivers. This is a nationwide effort, with Amazon setting up 100,000 electric vans across the country.
Judges at the U.S. Championship Cheese Contest will have no shortage of things to try out next month. The Wisconsin Cheesemakers Association says nearly 2,300 entries will be evaluated at this year's contest. The cheese, butter, yogurt, and dry dairy ingredients come from nearly 200 makers across 35 states. This year's contest will be held at the Resch Center at the Expo Hall in Green Bay. Preliminary rounds on February 21st and 22nd will be open to the public. The champion will be announced in a closed ceremony on the 23rd.
That is a lot of cheese.
Yeah, hopefully it comes back to Madison again.
I know, it was so fun having them in the capital city last year. 6:07 coming up, a local organization bringing critical support to kids and teens impacted by cancer. I'll tell you about a special program returning in the 6:08.
And a live look outside this morning. We have some light snow hanging around. How long that will last, our next chance of snow, and that big chill in the forecast. It's all coming up here on News 3 Now this morning.
Turn your low energy into big fitness energy in 2023. Join Planet Fitness for $1 down, $10 a month, cancel anytime, and get energized with tons of equipment. Simply join through the free PF app. Deal ends January 31st.
Do you have a coffee smile? Drinking coffee causes yellow teeth for thousands of people just like you. And whitening toothpaste just doesn't make those stains go away. Introducing Power Swabs, the first teeth whitening system that lifts coffee stains off your teeth in less than 5 minutes without whitening strips or trays.
The Power Swabs were so easy to use. I don't have to have strips sitting on my face for an hour. I don't have to have a foam tray where I feel like I'm going to gag or I'm going to go play football. I've tried like every over-the-counter whitening because, you know, I'm one of those people that's like obsessed with white teeth.
So with the strips I've used in the past, most of them are like you got to leave it on for 30 minutes and the whole experience is just not comfortable. But with Power Swabs, I just snapped it open and rubbed it on and it was good to go.
Just didn't sting, it didn't burn, it didn't have an aftertaste. It was just a swab and I just got to rub it on my teeth, and that was it.
The secret is a tooth detergent and whitening agent developed by Dr. Martin Ginniker that lifts stains off of your teeth. Power Swabs remove stains on natural teeth, veneers, bonding, caps, and crowns. The best part is you just swab your teeth for 5 minutes and you'll have whiter teeth. No more sitting at home with a whitening strip or tray in your mouth for 30 minutes twice a day.
When I use these whitening strips, I noticed when I would drink, I would get this crazy sensitivity. It would go right to my brain, and I'm like, I hate this. So why do I have to go through the monstrosity of this pain just because I want to whiten my teeth? With Power Swabs, there was zero sensitivity.
Within the first day with the Power Swab, I noticed there was a difference. I really love the fact that you're able to go individually on each tooth and make sure that it's going to be wider.
Call for your 5-minute solution to whiter teeth. Whiten your teeth this new year by ordering Power Swabs and receive up to 50% off the regular price. Yes, 50% off the regular price. Shipping is free, plus you'll receive a free Quick Stick pen. Visit powerswabs.com or call the number on your screen.
DePaco Credit Union protects your well-being, supports you through life's many surprises. Because when our members love life, it makes a brighter community for all. DePaco can help you be well.
Low E has hurt my performance in the bedroom. I haven't been able to make the bed in years.
At Planet Fitness, there's hope with tons of energizing equipment in our judgment-free zone. Join for $1 down, $10 a month, cancel anytime. Deal ends January 31st.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning.
We are back at 6:11. It's time to slow things down and see what's happening in the 608 this morning. Family Night is returning to Gilda's Club in Middleton next month. They stopped by our studios to share why this is such a value to the community they're excited to bring back. Joining us this morning are Kirsten Norsling and Jamie Niemeyer. We want to start with Kirsten here. You're the program director at Gilda's Club.
I am.
Talk a little bit about the benefit of being a part of Gilda's Club and the impact being made in our community.
Sure. So as you know, Gilda's Club is a support organization for anybody dealing with any kind of cancer and their family and friends, right? And so what we have found and what research is sort of panning out is that people who get emotional support during their treatment actually can manage all of those really big emotional challenges that come along with a cancer diagnosis in addition to the treatment, which is really hard.
And Jamie, you are a cancer survivor.
Yes.
Gilda's Club was huge for you.
Gilda's was amazing for me and my family. They changed everything. They really helped with everything. The big thing was that when I was sick, when I was diagnosed, I was really afraid for what was going to happen to my family. And having a place that I could go where my whole family went at the same time was fantastic. We had dinner together, we hung out, and then we went right into groups. And there was a group for my wife, myself, and my daughter, which was most important to me. My daughter was very young then. I think it was 3 when I was diagnosed, so she was between 3 and 6 when I went to Gilda's. And they were able to talk to her how she needed to be talked to. They knew what they were doing, so they were able to really reach her in an age-appropriate way that gave me a lot of relief.
And that relief is super important, and that's why you guys are super excited to be bringing back Family Night.
Yes, Family Night is going to be a little bit changed from what it was, but it will be we'll be starting up in February again. We are setting it up for any families dealing with a cancer diagnosis, people with the diagnosis, adult supporters, as well as the kids. Really from babies on up. For the babies up to 3 or 4-year-olds, we'll have just supportive, just people hanging out with the kids, doing some childcare. 4 to 11 will have their own group, and then 12 plus will have their own group. And so really, like Jamie said, age-appropriate education for the kids, but also the adults will all have support groups. and we'll be doing a dinner beforehand because we know that getting a whole bunch of people to a group by 6 o'clock is really hard. So between 5:30 and 6, we'll be having dinners specifically for the people in groups, and the groups right now are going to be limited to just people who have kids in the program as well.
All right, well, Jamie and Kirsten, we appreciate you guys this morning. We're going to get the information up on the screen right now, so still plenty of time. So if people are interested, what do they need to know?
Just contact program at gildasclubmadison.org. Registration setup will be this, coming weeks because there is some onboarding process that needs to happen. But if they can get a hold of us by the 2nd, our orientation is on the 7th at 5:30, I believe, and then groups start on the 14th.
Very, very exciting. Thank you both for being here. We'll have all this up on channel3000.com. Such an important event that is needed, and it's good to see some things returning to normal here post-pandemic.
It is. And those families, let's be honest, they need all the help they can get. They're struggling.
Those connections, it's important.
Glad to see Gilda's Club doing something about it still. Hey, don't forget to let Josh know what inspires you in the 608. Reach out on social media or email him for a chance to be featured.
6:15 now. Let's get to Kelly Slifka, who's keeping an eye on those snow chances.
Yeah, we still have the snow. It's been snowing for pretty much 24 hours plus, and it looks like it'll last another few more hours, but it is starting to wind down. It's not real heavy, but with the duration of it, we did get a little bit of accumulation, about an inch in the Madison area. That's tapering off. Little accumulation expected for the rest of the morning, and eventually we'll see some cooler weather move in as that light snow and flurry activity departs. But it will be turning a little bit colder this afternoon as the northwest winds kick in. We do have another bout of some snow moving in toward tomorrow morning. That'll move in pretty quickly. There might be accumulations up to an inch. I think most locations less than an inch. A better chance of more accumulation on Saturday with a band of snow. And that's out ahead of our Arctic front. That'll bring us much colder weather for the weekend into early next week. Right now, we're in the upper 20s in Madison over to Watertown. Janesville hanging on to 30. It is colder to the west, and that's where our winds are flowing from. So we will see these temperatures cool off gradually as the afternoon wears on. 29 in Madison, 30 in Middleton. A little cooler in Cross Plains, 25, 24 in Mount Horeb. Oregon at 26, Stoughton currently at 28. So the clouds, the flurries with us this morning, tapering off as we get in the afternoon. That northwest wind will bring in some drier air and also some cooler temperatures. Waking up in the morning, it'll only be in the teens, but as we go in the afternoon, it should start to warm up a little bit. But also a bout of some snow moving in for the morning commute tomorrow. This will be some light accumulation, but maybe up to an inch. But we will be a little bit warmer tomorrow afternoon as we head into the low 30s. So kind of up and down over the next couple of days. As far as snowfall, it's going to be pretty minimal going in not only today but also tomorrow morning. Generally less than an inch. There might be a few spots that pick upwards of an inch. Then we're looking out ahead to Saturday. Our next snowmaker with a band of snow that'll be moving in. The question is where this band will set up. Is it going to be over southern Wisconsin, northern Illinois, or a little further to the north? But it will be impacting our area. Wherever that band sets up, that could be talking about several inches of snow Saturday. So some light snow tomorrow morning, tapering off, some accumulation on Saturday. We'll turn breezy and colder this weekend, maybe below zero early next week, but then we start to warm up just in time for the middle and later part of next week.
All right, thank you, Kelly. Here's Sports Director Zach Hanley with your morning sports.
Right now is the time teams start looking at their tournament resume, and with 12 wins to their name, Wisconsin needs every win they can get from here on out in order to get into the big dance. Reach 20, and they're probably safe, but that means the Badgers are going to have to win 8 of their next 12, starting with this one on the road against Maryland. Connor Esigian, he came to play. The freshman scored 5 of Bucky's first 9 points and finished with a career-high 19. Badgers, though, trailed by 4 at the break. Tyler Wall doing his best to bring them back in the second half. He gets 3 the old-fashioned way. Wall finished with 13, but Maryland straight up bullied Wisconsin in the paint. The Terps scored 32 points down low and dominated them in the second half. Badgers dropped their second straight game, 73-55. Bobby Portis out for at least 2 weeks with an MCL sprain. Don't worry, though. Pat Connaughton picked up the slack for the Bucks against the Nuggets. PC spots up and splashes home the triple, 1 of 5 threes on the night. And then in the third, the dynamic duo went to work. Chris Middleton with the alley, Giannis bringing home the oop. Middleton finished with 10 points in 15 minutes. Giannis led the way with 33. Bucks get the win, 107-99. The Wisconsin women stepping outside conference play to take on Valpo, and the Badgers buried them. Sarah Williams led the way with 18 points and 7 boards. And how about this? Julie P. needed 3 points to reach 1,000 for her career. She scored 10 and became the first player born outside the U.S. to reach that milestone in program history. For the final 6 series of the season, Tony Granato wants his Badger men's hockey team to treat it like it's the playoffs. And that mindset worked last weekend when Wisconsin split with Ohio State, earning them their 4th win over a top 10 team this year. Now, it's on the South Bend to drop the puck against an Irish team who they split with just a couple of weeks ago. And anytime they face Notre Dame, one word comes to mind for Granato: physical.
It's going to be physical. They're going to be stingy around their net. It's going to be a battle. I mean, they play hard. It's a smaller rink than ours. It's a physical series from start to finish. And then that's, you know, we had the 3-game playoff series there last year. We played them a lot. We know them a lot. They don't change. They play the same way all the time. You gotta pay a price to win.
Back to you.
Thanks, Zach. There's an asteroid headed for Earth. Coming up, just how close it will get and when scientists first spotted it.
We'll be right back. Stay with us.
Call for action only on News 3 Now.
Cobuson Buses, now hiring.
My name is Mike Williams. I've been driving school bus off and on for 21 years. Here at our terminal, we're kind of like a family too. Somebody has an issue with a bus, other people kick in and help and get the job done.
Garage doors do not like the cold weather at all. As soon as it gets cold springs, parts will burn.
At Precision, we always come fully stocked. We're able to typically solve most garage door problems within a couple hours.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust.
What can Sono Bello do for you? How about a new shape?
Oh my gosh, I'm so happy. I just put this dress on that I haven't worn in over 10 years.
New confidence.
I can see a huge difference. Look at this.
New you.
I can wear a little black dress. I feel sexy.
With Sono Bello, you can permanently remove stubborn fat in just one visit. Don't wait. The results I've seen achieved are truly outstanding.
Schedule your free, no-obligation consultation with Sono Bello, America's #1 cosmetic surgery specialist, and find out how you can get $250 off. Sono Bello uses Tri-Sculpt micro-laser liposuction to remove your diet-resistant fat cells permanently for incredible transformations in just one visit.
I have one big regret. I didn't go sooner.
Call 1-888-622-8360 or go to sonobello.com.
This ring is a commitment. After we got married, I got very sick. He will come every day to help me walk again. And now I'm back. This is a reminder
that love endures all.
Express your extraordinary love. Jared, love brilliantly.
Summer's coming, and so are those warm, relaxing weekends. No matter where your adventures take you, we've got you covered at the new Lake Home and Cabin Show, January 27 through 29 at the Alliant Energy Center in Madison. Whether you're staying at a vacation rental, towing a teardrop trailer to sleep under the stars, or heading to a beloved family cabin, you'll find everything for your getaway lifestyle at the Lake Home and Cabin Show, January 27 through 29, Alliant Energy Center. Every weekend should be this fun.
Now get an Escape, Edge, or Explorer SUV with 0% APR financing for 36 months, only at your Wisconsin and UP Ford dealers.
Cobuson Buses, now hiring.
Working with Cobuson, it's definitely been great because of the flexibility. If you do need time off, they work around you. They definitely try to make it a company that's based for you.
Visit Cobuson.com to apply.
We're back at 6:23, and it's time for our weekly check-in on baby Zeke.
Yeah, look, he covered his face.
Our Leah Lynchide sent this in with the title.
No more pictures.
Is it Friday yet? This looks like a Monday picture right there, doesn't it?
Right?
Or a Tuesday?
For sure, for sure. Gosh, they're doing great. They want us to tell everybody hi, and that Leah misses everybody.
You got a chance to meet him the other day.
Yeah, I stopped by last Friday and hung out. Zeke is just the sweetest. He's that little baby phase. Just, you know, parents, you know what I'm talking about. It lasts for like 5 seconds, it seems like, and then they're just running all over the place, right? But Zach and Leah, they're doing great. Zeke is, he's growing and eating and pooping and sleeping like babies should.
You had 2 poopy diapers, didn't you?
Yeah, like, I must have scared the you-know-what out of him.
I was going to say, I never had that happen, so.
I showed Leah how to properly fold up a soiled diaper.
Oh, good.
So they can get rid of it. But he was a real joy to hang out with, because we're done having kids. After 4, we're calling it quits. And so just to hold another little one like that, it's special.
Yeah,
he's doing great. He's a good boy.
And they're doing so good. They're so happy. It's
they're
so amazing. I love it.
They're naturals. They're going to be just fine.
If you have a photo you'd like to share with us, please do so, including those babies as well. We love to see them around this time every morning here on the program.
There is an asteroid about to make a really close encounter with Earth, potentially one of the closest yet.
The asteroid, estimated to be about the size of a box truck, will zoom over the southern tip of South America today, about 2,200 miles above the Earth's surface. It's expected to disintegrate harmlessly into the atmosphere, though. The bigger debris will potentially fall as small meteorites. The asteroid was discovered by an amateur astronomer out of his observatory in Crimea last Saturday. So this was close.
That concerns me, is that we didn't know, like, the official, whoever officially watches this stuff, it's NASA or whatever on the global scale, some amateur astronomer caught it just Saturday? What? Oh, boy.
It's kind of scary.
Well, good for us that it'll miss us.
Yes.
How about that?
Space is neat.
Isn't it? Okay. Let's, I guess we don't have enough time for the weather. It's
we talked too
snowing
much.
lightly out there. Kelly Slivka's first word forecast right after this.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
What you see is important. That makes quality eye care important too. Get personalized care from experienced optometrists at Shopko Optical. Better eye care. You'll see. Don't need glasses. See us for your contacts and save on your annual supply.
I was born here, I'm from here, and I'm never leaving here. I'm a New York hotel. Yeah, I'm tall. 563 feet, 2 inches. I'm on top of the world. I'm looking for someone who needs a weekend in the city, who likes being in the middle of it all. You hungry? I know a place, and a few others nearby. It's the city that never sleeps. But hey, if you need a last-minute spot, I got you covered.
Hey, I just got a text from my sister. You remember Rick, her neighbor?
Sure. He's the 76-year-old guy who still runs marathons, right?
Sadly, not anymore.
What? You mean...
Mm-hmm. Just like that.
Wow. So sudden. We're not about to have the we need life insurance conversation again, are we?
No, we're having the we're getting coverage so we don't have to worry about it conversation.
So you're calling about the $9.95 a month plan from Colonial Penn?
I am. We put it off long enough. We are getting that $9.95 plan today.
Is it time for you to call about the $9.95 plan? I'm Jonathan from Colonial Penn Life Insurance Company. Sometimes we just need a reminder not to take today for granted. It could be the death of someone you know or a health scare. That's why today could be a great day to call for free information about Colonial Penn's $9.95 plan. If you're age 50 to 85, you can get guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance starting at just $9.95 a month. There are no health questions, so you can't be turned down for any health reason. This is permanent coverage. Just pay your premiums for lifelong security. The $9.95 plan is Colonial Penn's #1 most popular whole life plan. Options start at just $9.95 a month. That's less than 35 cents a day. Your rate can never go up. It's locked in for life. Don't put it off. Take the first easy step. Call today for free information. And you'll also get this free beneficiary planner. So call now.
Call 1-800-290-3399 for your free information and free gift. That's 1-800-290-3399. There's no risk or obligation. That number again is 1-800-290-3399. 1-800-290-3399. Call now.
Hello, Colonial Penn?
What you see is important. That makes quality eye care important too. Get personalized care from experienced optometrists at Shopko Optical. Better eye care. You'll see.
Shopko Optical welcomes more insurance plans than ever. Call to book an exam and verify coverage.
Right now, the high cost of food impacting everyone, especially food pantries. How they're coming together to serve our communities.
Plus, a big effort to try and save a school. UW-Platteville at Richland is set to close this summer, but the community isn't letting go of it so easy.
And it's still snowing out there. It looks like the snow should be winding down later today, but another bout expected tomorrow.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to News 3 Now this morning on a Thursday. I'm Chris Stanford.
And I'm Josh Breiter. School watch is up and running this morning. Right now, Edgerton, Evansville, and Weston schools are on a 2-hour delay. You can see that at the bottom of your screen. We're still dealing with that pesky, just kind of annoying light snow. They're not a lot.
Yeah, just kind of a nuisance snow, just kind of keeping everything very sloppy and enough to, well, you see some of those school closings, but a lot of this is starting to wind down. It's that real fine snow, but we've been dealing with it over the last 24 plus hours. It's starting to wind down to our west, and we'll get rid of this over the next couple of hours here in the Madison area. But there's enough on some of the secondary roads. The sidewalks may make for some slick conditions. Main roads just wet, simply because we are fairly mild. Temperatures are in the upper 20s to around 30, 29 in Madison, 27 in the Dells, Watertown 28. But you go to the west, it is cooler. Some of that cooler weather will be moving on in later this afternoon as temperatures start to fall. Tomorrow we'll have another bout of some light snow, any accumulation an inch or less. Another one that'll move in Saturday that may bring in a little bit more substantial snow accumulation. Then it does turn much colder behind that last bout of some snow, it looks like, on Saturday. Temperatures in the 20s, upper 20s this morning, falling into the mid-20s later this afternoon. And we'll look at the bus stop forecast. Just some flurries this morning for the kids off to school. But you'll need that heavier jacket all day long as temperatures start to fall. But it should be dry headed home, just cloudy skies and temperatures around 27.
All right, Kelly, thank you. Iowa, Grant, and Potosi also adding to that list of delayed starts this morning. Remember, you can always stay on top of the changing conditions. Download the First Warn Weather and Traffic app. It goes right down to your neighborhood. All you have to do is search for WISC Weather wherever you get your apps. 6:31 right now. Because of rising costs, food pantries across the state have been seeing demand similar to pandemic levels.
It's caused one pantry on the west side to team up and expand to a church to support a community on the east side. Our Armand Rahman has the details.
This is our grand opening, so that's why we're excited that we're able to do this.
As Pastor Pedro Ruiz welcomed cars to the new food pantry location at Casa de Fe Church 30 minutes early, that excitement turned a little bittersweet.
Happy because we're able to help those people that are lining up, and people are already lining up, but, on the other hand, thinking, we need to do more.
He's heard from more of his congregation how hard paying for food has become.
To get food to their tables, sometimes they have to have 2-3 jobs to make ends meet.
With services like Little John's Kitchens and Wisconsin Rental Assistance screeching to a halt this month.
Prices are going up. Not only stuff are closing like you mentioned. So, when you got a family of 2 or 3, this is, a situation of we eat today or do we starve for the day because we don't have enough to make ends meet.
Families drove up to receive bags of grocery essentials like meat and produce and cleaning supplies. Supplied by Extended Hands Food Pantry and Second Harvest.
Today, we brought 2,000 pounds.
Extended Hands decided to expand from Lighthouse Church on the west side because they've seen food insecurity grow citywide.
We've doubled since late last year. So we were regularly doing 50 or 60 families at Lighthouse. And then once the new year rolled around, we're at 90 to 100.
Casa de Fe plans to have the pantry twice a month, but if the community continues needing support, they could make it a full week.
As long as you're in need, we're here for you.
That was Armand Rahman reporting there. This Casa de Fe is going to start out by being open on the second and fourth Wednesday of each month from 4:30 to 5:30. You can sign up or drive up on that day. Pastor Ruiz says no one will be turned away.
Happening tonight, the city of Janesville will host the 2023 State of the City Address and Open House, the annual program allowing the community to gain insight into the city's operations over the past year and the objectives ahead. The open house will be on the 4th floor of the City Hall at 5 o'clock. City staff will showcase their services and then be available to answer questions. At 6, Chief David Moore, the acting city manager, will present his 2023 State of the City Address in the council chambers. Chief Moore is expected to reflect on 2022, celebrate the city's recent successes, and share key priorities and initiatives.
Also happening tonight, the community invited to share ideas about how to save the UW-Platteville-Richmond campus. It comes after the UW system president, Jay Rothman, issued a directive to end in-person instruction at the campus because of low student enrollment. Without intervention, the campus is set to close come July. It would force about 100 students and staff to be transferred to other campuses. The community has already stepped up. They have a petition containing 800 signatures against the closing. That informational session in Town Hall is scheduled for this evening from 6:30 to 8:15 on the campus. The meeting will begin with a presentation of background information. It will then be opened up to individuals in the community to share their ideas. State officials will also be there.
New this morning at 6:35, Madison is near the top of the best cities in the country when it comes to work-life balance and mental health. A new study by Wallet Hub puts Madison at number 2, second only to Minneapolis. Madison was the only one in their ranking to score 100 out of 100 points for the mental health metric. This is mostly thanks to the shortest average work week at 36.6 hours and the 96% coverage for health insurance. Madison was also in the top third when ranked by affordability and remote work. Mid-sized Midwestern cities dominated the top cities for work-life balance and mental health, 7 of them landing in the top 10, with Lincoln, Nebraska coming in at number 3.
Just telling us what we already know.
I was going to say, no surprise here.
I don't like it when these lists come out because I want it to be a secret.
We have our little place here,
I don't want word to get out. All right, more snow on the way. Kelly's updating his forecast that includes a big chill, along with a few more chances of snow. He'll time it all out coming up.
Also ahead, how an organization in the 608 is bringing back more critical support to families impacted by cancer.
Ashley's $14 million sell-off is happening now. Millions of dollars worth of product arrived late to our warehouse and must be sold. This is your chance to save as much as 85% while it lasts. Plus, get 60-month special financing store-wide, only at Ashley.
This is me, and this was my stubborn body fat. My name's Adrian, and Sono Bello changed my life.
Sono Bello is America's #1 cosmetic surgery specialist, and they permanently removed my body fat in just one visit.
After having 2 kids, my body, it changed a lot. I tried everything to lose the fat, but nothing seemed to work.
Sono Bello's board-certified surgeons use micro-laser technology to safely target and remove your diet-resistant fat cells permanently on your stomach, back, chin, and more.
I've seen such dramatic results. My tummy is gone, my double chin is gone, and my hourglass shape is back. This was the mommy makeover that I deserved.
Schedule your free, no-obligation consultation and find out how you can get $250 off instantly. Call 1-888-803-2714 or go to sonobello.com.
Garage doors don't like the cold weather, but if it breaks, Precision Garage Door is always ready.
Does not matter if it's raining or snowing or any kind of other weather conditions, we're going to get it done on the same day. We know how important that is to our customers.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust.
The Madison Camper and RV Show is back. Experience the great outdoors at the Alliant Energy Center Friday through Sunday, February 3rd, 4th, and 5th.
DePaco Credit Union protects your well-being, supports you through life's many surprises. Because when our members love life, it makes a brighter community for all. DePaco can help you be well.
Luis.
Channel 3000 Plus. Watch from your streaming media player or mobile device.
Furniture and Appliance Mart's $14 million sell-off is happening now. Millions of dollars worth of product arrived late and must be sold. Whirlpool microwaves now just $199. Amana washer and dryer pairs now just $9.99. At Furniture and Appliance Mart inside Ashley off the Beltline in East Springs Drive.
Is your phone listening to your private conversations? I'll take a deep dive to discover who could be listening through your phone and the steps you can take to protect yourself and your privacy.
Keeping your private conversations private. Tonight on News 3 Now at 10. Be prepared for winter weather. Trust the First Warn Weather Team to give you clear, timely, and accurate info. Keeping you safe and ahead of the storms. Your certified, most accurate team, First Warn Weather. Only on News 3 Now. You're watching News 3 Now this morning.
Welcome back, 6:39 on your Thursday morning. We are in the 608 this morning with a unique event making its return. We're talking about Family Night coming back to Gilda's Club in Middleton next month. They stopped by our studios to share why this is such a value to the community they're excited to bring back. Joining us this morning are Kirsten Norsling and Jamie Niemeyer. We want to start with Kirsten here. You're the program director at Gilda's Club.
I am.
Talk a little bit about the benefit of being a part of Gilda's Club and the impact being made in our community.
Sure. So as you know, Gilda's Club is a support organization for anybody dealing with any kind of cancer and their family and friends, right? And so what we have found and what research is sort of panning out is that people who get emotional support during their treatment actually can manage all of those really big emotional challenges that come along with a cancer diagnosis in addition to the treatment, which is really hard.
And Jamie, you are a cancer survivor.
Yes.
Gilda's Club was huge for you.
Gilda's was amazing for me and my family. They changed everything. They really helped with everything. The big thing was that when I was sick, when I was diagnosed, I was really afraid for what was going to happen to my family. And having a place that I could go where my whole family went at the same time was fantastic. We had dinner together, we hung out, and then we went right into groups. And there was a group for my wife, myself, and my daughter, which was most important to me. My daughter was very young then. I think she was 3 when I was diagnosed, so she was between 3 and 6 when I went to Gilda's. And they were able to talk to her how she needed to be talked to. They knew what they were doing, so they were able to really reach her in an age-appropriate way that gave me a lot of relief.
And that relief is super important, and that's why you guys are super excited to be bringing back Family Night.
Yes, Family Night is going to be a little bit changed from what it was, but it will be we'll be starting up in February again. We are setting it up for any families dealing with a cancer diagnosis, people with the diagnosis, adult supporters, as well as the kids. Really from babies on up. For the babies up to 3 or 4-year-olds, we'll have just supportive, just people hanging out with the kids, doing some childcare. 4 to 11 will have their own group, and then 12 plus will have their own group. And so really, like Jamie said, age-appropriate education for the kids, but also the adults will all have support groups. And we'll be doing a dinner beforehand because we know that getting a whole bunch of people to a group by 6 o'clock is really hard. So between 5:30 and 6, we'll be having dinners specifically for the people in groups. And the groups right now are going to be limited to just people who have kids in the program as well.
All right, well, Jamie and Kirsten, we appreciate you guys this morning. We're going to get the information up on the screen right now, so still plenty of time. So if people are interested, what do they need to know?
Just contact program at gildasclubmadison.org. Registration setup will be this coming weeks because there is some onboarding process that needs to happen. But if they can get a hold of us by the 2nd, our orientation is on the 7th at 5:30, I believe, and then groups start on the 14th.
Very, very exciting. Thank you both for being here. We'll have all this up on channel3000.com. You can find those direct links right on our website this morning.
If you have an idea for Josh, he'd love to hear from you about what inspires you in the 608. Find him on social media or email him for a chance to be featured.
6:43 right now. Kelly Slifka's with your first warn forecast this morning. Kelly, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. We're still watching that light snow and flurries skirting the Madison area. A lot of this is very light, but it's been snowing for so long, basically the last 24 plus hours, that we did get a little bit of accumulation. And some of the side streets, the sidewalks might be a little bit slick. Main roads just wet here in the Madison area. So no problems as far as that's concerned on most of the roads. But it will be turning colder later this afternoon as that light snow and flurries start to taper off later this morning into the noon hour. We do have another band of snow that'll move in tomorrow morning that may be affecting the morning commute. Any accumulation would be minor, probably less than an inch. Then a bigger system may bring us a little bit more snow, maybe several inches, depending on where that band of snow sets up Saturday. And then it will be turning much colder this weekend into early next week. Right now, we're in the upper 20s, 29 in Madison, 27 in the Dells. It is colder to the west. Eventually, that colder air will work its way gradually as we get into the afternoon. 29 in Madison, Cottage Grove, 28. Same goes for Stoughton, Oregon, 26. Wanakee, 27, and Sauk City right now at 26 degrees. So we've got the flurries and light snow tapering this morning into the afternoon. A mostly cloudy sky. Northwest wind will bring in some of that colder air. I think we'll actually clear out a little bit going into the evening. Might actually see the stars tonight, as we'll see colder temperatures develop by the midnight hour. Then the wind switch around the south, bring us a warm up tomorrow. And also the chance for some snow in the morning primarily. That should move through fairly quickly. Minor accumulation, and then we'll see some milder temperatures in the afternoon. Starting accumulation with that snow that moves in tomorrow, generally an inch or less. And so that won't be a whole lot of snow for us. But as we go into Saturday, we're watching another band of some snow. And depending on where that band sets up, could be talking about several inches of snow right along the Illinois border. So the flurries this morning, tapering off this afternoon. That band of snow moves in tomorrow morning. Some accumulation Saturday. Then we turn much colder into early next week with temperatures maybe below zero by Tuesday morning. Thankfully, it looks like that Arctic air is going to retreat back up to Canada by the middle and later part of next week.
All right, Kelly, thank you. 6:45 now. Several companies have shown artificial meat is indeed beyond the realm of impossibility. The quest continues this morning to create something edible and something that tastes good.
Part of that effort is happening right here in Madison at the University of Wisconsin. Our Brady Mallory shows us how local scientists are putting their brand on cultivated meat.
You're in for a whopper of a disappointment when you see no griddle going, no buns baking, and not even one patty to press. Still, someday, the burger you order may technically come from this lab.
Particularly, we are interested in the new products and the new technologies.
The scientists here are looking at ways to develop artificial meat.
But how do you make artificial meat? How do you do that? So first one is the artificial meat has several types.
Plant-based meat alternatives are huge right now, but this team is using cow and pig stem cells to cultivate meat. But don't worry.
We don't need to sacrifice the animal.
Suzuki's lab at UW-Madison's School of Veterinary Science is partnering with a national nonprofit called the Good Food Institute. According to GFI, the goal is to expand the boundaries of meat production and find alternatives to address concerns about food sustainability, help the environment, and feed more people.
The concerns or the issues associated with the current meat productions, such as the animal welfare or animal ethical issues, or the safety.
There's a long, brilliant scientific explanation of how this all works, but for the non-scientists in the room, think of the stem cells as building blocks. Robertson says they can essentially put them together to create, in this case, meat. There's another key outcome scientists want to sink their teeth into. Robertson knows how consumers may feel about current meat alternatives.
I tried it. I wasn't too impressed with the taste or the texture, to be honest, so thinking about how we could make that way better, super exciting.
Suzuki says it's a big challenge. It'll be a long time before you see any of the work in here hit the grocery stores or restaurants. He's quick to say there's no intention of putting traditional meat production out to pasture.
Try to provide the new options So not to competing the existing the markets.
If and when this does happen, Robertson says it's exciting to have local UW-Madison scientists beefing up artificial meat.
Maybe I'll be enjoying a burger on my couch that I had a part in making. That's super awesome.
That was Brady Mallory reporting. Kind of cool that they're doing this right here at home, and hopefully they can figure something out.
Yeah, hopefully, because they've got a long way to go to get the taste right. And the texture and all that, they got a big job ahead of them. Coming up in the morning sprint, we have some breaking news this morning out of Iowa County. What we know about a shooting that happened at a home.
But first, if you have a little kid turning 3 soon, please let us know so we can show their picture on TV. We'll be right back.
Sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
Bob's presents Furniture Resolutions. Resolution number 44, exercise more. Exercise your right to snooze in a gorgeous bedroom at an affordable price like my Fusion two-tone bedroom. Bob's Discount Furniture. Furniture solutions to your resolutions.
News 3 Now is always on.
Download the Channel 3000 app and you'll have access to the News 3 Now newsroom in the palm of your hand.
The Channel 3000 app. Get it now.
Powered by News 3 Now.
We asked people to give their honest feedback on how wrinkles around their eye area and under-eye puffiness looked after trying Tint and Tighten for the first time.
So with foundation, normally it just kind of, you just cover up and conceal things. But with Tint and Tighten, it actually changes the way the skin looks. The lines are actually gone. So you don't get any of that buildup within them and the creases that you normally would see when you wear foundation.
40s is a bit of a shocker for me because 40s, I noticed the skin under my eye is getting very loose. And then 50s hit, and I'm 54, and I really noticed the difference in the firmness of my skin here and especially here. I'm glad there's products like Tint and Tighten out there so that I can just put this on and not worry about what I didn't do in my 40s, my 30s, and my 20s, and it looks like I always have. It's a pleasure, and it's actually a gift for anyone.
Tint and Tighten shrinks under-eye puffiness, smooths out wrinkles and fine lines around the eye area, and provides tinted coverage to hide dark circles and skin imperfections, making you look fresh and younger. Tint and Tighten is the only cosmetic that blends a beautiful tinted cream to cover uneven skin tone and dark circles with silicate technology that smooths out under-eye puffiness and wrinkles, making the skin around your eye area look flawless for up to 8 hours.
I will be turning 59 in June of this year. Using Tint and Tighten, for me, I'm actually very confident right now that my wrinkles won't be as obvious. It is giving me the support that I think reminds me that I'm at my best right now.
Finally, there's a tinted eye cream to cover dark circles and uneven skin tone. And since Tint and Tighten works in 10 minutes and lasts up to 8 hours, you can look your best without getting injections or fillers. Get beautiful, lightweight, tinted coverage, plus that smoother, younger, wrinkle-free look from years past in 10 minutes. A look that will make you feel beautiful and confident. Try it this new year for only $19.95. Plus, get free shipping and handling. Visit tintandtighten.com or call the number on your screen.
Spark inspiration at the Build and Remodel Expo. Chat with local experts showcasing the latest innovations in home building and remodeling. Browse kitchen, bath, and new home construction trends. Visit buildremodelexpo.com for more information.
Bob's presents Furniture Resolutions. Resolution number 7, dream big. Ask what your mattress can do for you. Can it give you Bob's comfort and quality for hundreds less than the national brands? Yes! Dream big with my Bobapedic Prize mattress. Bob's Discount Furniture.
Watch News 3 Now at 5 with Eric, Susan, and Gary. Weeknights.
It is 6:52, time for the morning sprint.
We start with some breaking news in Iowa County. The sheriff's office says there's been a shooting at a house in the town of Wyoming. The 911 call came in around 10:30 last night. EMS ended up rushing the victim to a hospital who is in critical condition. Iowa County officials do have one person in custody. They call it an isolated incident. Stay with News 3 Now as the story develops.
Madison's engineering division is launching a new training program in the hopes of growing the city's workforce. It's called the Madison Infrastructure Training Engineering Program, also known as the MIGHTY program. The application period is now open. It is a paid 6-month program where trainees learn in the classroom and hands-on. Once trainees complete the program, they'll be considered for permanent entry-level positions in the Engineering, Parks, and Streets Division.
Students at UW-Whitewater at Rock County can now earn a degree in nursing. The university will offer a program through a partnership with Edgewood College. It'll launch in the fall. and is accredited by the Commission on Collegiate Nursing Education and approved by the Wisconsin Board of Nursing.
The Wisconsin DNR's new secretary says combating water pollution is his top priority. Adam Payne made that announcement while attending his first policy board meeting. He said that water quality will be on the top of his agenda. He also praised Governor Evers' announcement, calling for spending another $100 million to address PFAS contamination in the state's groundwater and drinking water.
The Verona Area School District planning to spend more than $1 million to increase security. It would also limit who comes in and out of their schools. Construction will begin at Savannah Oaks Middle and Stone Prairie Elementary this summer to bring secured entry spaces. Right now, those schools don't have any.
Portage police say a 15-year-old boy from Florida is a suspect in a false active shooter threat. It happened at Portage High School earlier this month. Police say the teen from Sarasota is linked to swatting calls in Wisconsin, Washington, North Carolina, Indiana, and Ontario.
A driver is dead following a crash on US 12 outside of Fort Atkinson. Jefferson County authorities say that the incident happened near County Highway C around 7:40 yesterday morning. An investigation reportedly showed the driver was traveling west and lost control of the vehicle, then hit an eastbound pickup truck. The truck driver was uninjured, but the other driver died at the hospital.
One person has died as Chicago firefighters helped contain an apartment fire. This blaze broke out in a 25-story building on the city's south side. Authorities say everyone in harm's way was evacuated. A 70-year-old woman is in critical condition this morning. 5 other people have been taken to hospitals. The cause is still under investigation.
Los Angeles area community mourning the mass shooting in Monterey Park. People gathering last night for a candlelight vigil in honor of the 11 people who lost their lives Saturday night. Police say a 72-year-old man opened fire at a dance studio. Members of the area's Asian community gathered that evening to celebrate the Lunar New Year. The suspected shooter died after a self-inflicted gunshot wound as police swarmed a van about 30 miles away hours after the shooting.
All right, we continue to see some light snow and flurries across the Madison area. Southern Wisconsin is tapering off to the west, kind of lined up right along I-90-94 here from Toma down through Madison to Janesville. Should be winding down this morning. And this afternoon, we'll actually see some northwest winds bring us some cooler temperatures. And by this evening, we'll actually see readings drop into the teens later this evening. So it's going to be a colder night tonight. The light snow and flurries tapering off this morning. Then we'll just look at some temperatures dropping into the mid-20s as you're headed home from work or school, but the snow should be done with. We are looking at some much colder weather, a chance of some snow tomorrow morning, some accumulation with that, minor, but Saturday may bring in a few inches of snow, and then we turn much colder. It looks like by Saturday, Sunday, temperatures may be dipping below 0. We haven't seen that since December toward Christmas, but it looks like we'll get out of that deep freeze a little bit sooner than we were thinking earlier. Could be in the 20s by Wednesday, Thursday, and maybe approaching 30 degrees by next Friday. So it looks like we've got most of the snow coming our way for the next few days.
All right, Kelly, thank you. We're back with a live update at 7:26. Have a great day.